Now that's kind of middle of the pack, but they've come out of the gate as hot as anybody in hockey. They are currently 12-3 to a goal in the first 10 minutes, 80% of their games. And they are over 1.5 goals in the first period in 73% of their games. They're 11-4 to a first period over. It feels like they come out of the gate, they jump on their opponent, and then they can hang on to it and they sustain it and they're holding on to leads. This is a little bit surprising, at least for someone who's watched the Ducks for a while. Playing up-tempo hockey, the Ducks have played high-scoring tempo in the past, but they get leads and they hold them, Casey.
Yeah, and a large part of that is because of the young guys that they have in their top six. Like, for instance, I mean, I talk about us not talking about McTavish enough, but honestly, Cutter Gauthier, even though everyone's talking about him, it's more what they're not realizing that he's doing in a leadership sense. Like, he brings a presence to the ice where he can score all over the ice. I mean, the other guy we talk about in that sense, at least this season right now, is Austin Matthews. Austin Matthews doesn't have a home office. He's going to score wherever he decides he's going to score majority of the time. And Gauthier has now kind of picked that up. And he's not trying to get net front. He's not trying. You never know how it's going to come from him. And I feel like that makes you even more dangerous as well. And they're feeding off of that from around him. Also, Beckett Seneca, I always want to change his last name. Did we expect Seneca to come in and kind of like make a campaign for himself right out the gate? So like to see that some of these young guys, their stuff can translate from either like juniors or like, you know, their small or shorter college campaigns, I think is something else that's been crazy. But yeah, their ability to kind of pull ahead and hold players off or hold their opponents off has been tremendous. I do think a big form of that, again, kind of goes to like their investment in goaltending, because it was a big deal whether or not they were going to move on from, what was it, Gibson?
Yep.
I'm not thinking about, I remember that being a little dramatic in a sense too. So like, that's kind of where for some reason, and maybe it was the temperature check of like, they were ready to move on from him, that his game wasn't able to kind of like stay on top. But now when you look at what Dostal has stopped, or some of the third periods that Lucas Dostal has just completely been a menace to get past, I feel like that has kind of been part of their narrative. But yeah, I did not think we'd be talking about the Ducks.